Welcome to week number 6 of the UNPL Pokemon Draft League, where this week, my team, the Miami Marlins, will be taking on Hunky, the coach of the Steamy Stunfisks. I'll give you guys a quick breakdown of the team, and the battle will soon follow afterwards. But if you do enjoy the content, feel free to leave a like and consider subscribing, as I want to try to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the season. As you can see on our team, we do have one more change to talk about before heading into this matchup. Heading into this game and for the rest of the season, I decided to make one final transaction change, and I ended up dropping Torterra in exchange for Arboliva and Go-Goat. There was nothing wrong with Torterra. I just figured as the season was coming to a close, I figured having a bit more options at my disposal felt a bit more manageable when it came to the rest of the season and even potentially heading into the playoffs. Arboliva keeps the grass typing that Torterra had, while also providing my team with grassy terrain recovery, which is very, very good for my team considering I have Pokemon like Iron Crown, Diancie, and Incineroar, all three of which are weak to ground, so having a means of weakening those ground type attacks while also providing passive recovery is never a bad thing to have, while also granting my team a ghost immunity alongside Grafaiai. So if I Terra it and I bring Arboliva alongside Grafaiai, I still have that ghost resist without having to immediately Terra Dark with my Grafaiai. It also helps out Grafaiai with grassy terrain, allowing me another way of activating Grafaiai as I'm burdened with grassy seed. And lastly, we have Go-Goat. Go-Goat was just basically another means of having another grass type, but the other reason I wanted Go-Goat was basically I had another option available for a Terra Captain, and I figured of all the Pokemon that was available to me, Go-Goat just felt the best fit for what I had left, considering the points I had left after dropping Torterra, picking up Arboliva. Go-Goat just made the most sense, giving me another grass type, but on top of that it gives me grass immunity with Sap Sipper, and having another Terra Captain was basically the other boon to having Go-Goat on my squad. So I decided to pick it up, and I decided to terrestrialize Go-Goat into either a water, fire, or electro type. Terra Water is just one of the best overall defensive typing in the game in conjunction with Sap Sipper. Terra Water Go-Goat only has one weakness in electric. Terra Fire lets me hit opposing grass type Pokemon for super effective damage, and Terra Electric allows me to hit flying type Pokemon super effectively while also removing Go-Goat's flying weakness, turning it into a resist, and only giving me a one weakness in ground, which I can easily deal with thanks to grass stab moves like Horn Leech. On to the matchup itself with Hunky. Hunky has some very scary threats, stuff like Iron Bundle and Enamorous Therian, even having bulky pivots like Galarian Slowking, Gliscor. Tinkaton can tank some hits, Serena can rapid spin away the hazards. Hisuian Quillfish can set up spikes and toxic spikes and just be a nuisance. Haxorus is a hard-hitting attacker, and he has two of the best Terra Captains available, I feel, in this league, in Hariyama when he decided to terrestrialize into a dark steel or water type, and Miss Mages which can terrestrialize into either a ghost, electric, or fairy type. So onto the team I'm bringing for this matchup. First off, we have a choice Banded Annihilate with close combat, Ice Punch, Rage Fist, and U-Turn. Close combat, pretty spammable against his team. Yes, he does have 3 fighting resist in Galarian Slowking, Enamorous, and Gliscor, and an immunity in Miss Magius, but the main idea behind having Annihilate as Banded, it just gets me the most damage output for my team, and Galarian Slowking doesn't appreciate switching into Rage Fist. Enamorous and Gliscor are weak to Ice Punch, and it gives me a mid-ground against all 4 of those Pokemon, and if I'm hit even one time by Hunky, then Rage Fist 100 base power. It's a very spammable move against his team considering he has no normal type Pokemon, and his ghost resist is a Hisuian Quillfish, which if he does bring it, it's not going to be Intimidate to potentially give me a Defiant boost. I'm expecting it to be Poison Point if that thing does come, and if I'm not able to knock anything out, I could also just go for U-Turn for momentum. Considering the speed tiers of in the matchup, I'm only running enough speed to outspeed the max speed Adamant max speed Serena, and I'm running Adamant Nature to hit as hard as possible, and then with the rest of the EVs put into defense to let me take hits better from Pokemon like Haxorus, Hariyama, stuff like that. Then we have a Choice Specs Iron Crown. This actually does a lot of work in this matchup because his water type is Iron Bundle, his steel type is Tinkaton. Iron Bundle is a water type that doesn't resist steel. Tinkaton is a steel type that doesn't resist steel. Tachyon Cutter is super free in this matchup, and if he doesn't bring Hisuian Quillfish, Psychic Noise is also super spammable against Hunky's team. The only exception to this is if he decides to bring like a Terra Dark or Terra Steel Hariyama, but I'm fully expecting it to be Terra Steel just to be able to switch into Iron Crown's Dual Stab a bit easier. And if he is Terra Steel, I can just click Focus Blast, which is literally the only reason why Focus Blast on this is specifically for Terra Steel Hariyama. And if I get the situation to get myself in an advantageous situation, I can always just full switch for momentum. So, as for the EVs, I'm ranking up Speed to Outspeed Jolly Max Speed Haxorus. The 44 EVs in Special Defense lets me guarantee take a +1 Enamorus's Earth Power from full HP, and the rest was thrown into Special Attack. Then we have our Choice Scarf Kilowattrel, which is basically my means of offensively checking stuff like Scarf Mismagius, Scarf Enamorus, DD Haxorus, and it lets me get the jump on non-boosted energy speed Iron Bundle and knock that thing out with a Thunderbolt. Hurricane is very spammable against this team. I'm able to weaken his Steel type in Tinkaton or Terra Steel Hariyama if that does come. Then we have Weather Ball as the third move here, and this is basically just in case if the Galarian Slowking does get up Snow with Chilly Reception and tries to set up in the face of my Kilowattrel. I do have Weather Ball, which becomes a 100 base power Ice move in the snow, so I can reliably knock out Gliscor with Weather Ball. And if it's no bulk Haxorus, I do roughly 90% minimum to Haxorus, so with some prior chip damage, I can knock that thing out with Weather Ball without having to worry about risking Hurricane missing. And then U-turn I have for more momentum for my team, running enough speed to outspeed the Mismagius and the Enamorus. Max special attack with Modest Nature, thanks to how the speed tiers work, I can run Modest, and the rest will just put into bulk. Then we have Stealth Rock 3 attacks, Habanberry Garchomp. This just gives me another means of trying to check the Haxorus. Habanberry isn't really a fail-safe option, especially if he's like Swords Dance Scale Shot. Haxorus is like the one thing that's like really threatening to Garchomp. But regardless, if he's not Scale Shot, if he's just DD with Dragon Claw, I can definitely take the Dragon Claw thanks to Habanberry, and I can knock it out afterwards with Dragon Claw of my own. As you can see, I'm also running Adamant Nature. I'm not running Jolly to outspeed any variation of Haxorus, and that's basically due to the fact that if he is DD Dragon Claw, he's not going to try to outspeed. He's going to be Jolly to try to outspeed Annihilate, and Jolly Haxorus with my Habanberry can't knock out Garchomp unless, like I said, if he is Scale Shot. But I feel like if that's the case, then so be it. I can always offensively check it still with Kilowattrel. I have Earthquake for the Galarian Slowking, Tinkaton, Hisuian Quillfish, and Stone Edge is here for the Enamorus. So, like I said, so the EVs are just enough to outspeed Adamant Max Speed Haxorus. The 216 attack investment allows me to guarantee knockout Haxorus with some bulk with Dragon Claw, and the rest was thrown into defense. Then we have our specially defensive Assault Vest Blastoise, which is my initial way of dealing with stuff like the Enamorus, as I can always just pressure that thing with an Ice Beam. I always 2 a KO Enamorus if it's not like Calm Mind. I can 2 a KO Gliscor, and with my investment with my max special defense and my HP investment along with my Assault Vest, Timid Unboosted Iron Bundle can never 2 a KO me with Freeze Dry even after 3 layers of spikes, and I can 2 a KO it back with Aura Sphere. And then Rapid Spin to get rid of any hazards he may have set up, and Flip Turn is there for more momentum for my team. So yeah, that is my Blastoise, my main way of switching into his Enamorus, taking hits from his Mismagius, all that stuff. So all of this is put into play to actually achieve my win condition in this matchup, which is going to be my Unburdened Grafaiai with Gunk Shot, Acrobatics, Terra Blast, and Endure with the Lychee Berry. So the main idea with this Grafaiai set is to Endure, take any one hit from his attackers, which will trigger my Lychee Berry, which will then trigger my Unburden, so I'm at +2 speed, +1 attack, and the combination of Gunk Shot, Acrobatics, and Terra Blast Ground hits his entire team for neutral or super effective damage. Acrobatics is my best move to deal with the Gliscor. Terra Blast Ground is my way of dealing with hitting Galarian, Slowking, and Tinkaton. Specifically Tinkaton, since it's immune to Gunk Shot and resists Acrobatics. And Endure also helps me not only take a hit to ensure I can activate my Lychee Berry, it also ensures that the Haxorus cannot come in and try to revenge kill me with First Impression. I can also scout for Bullet Punch on Hariyama just to see if he does indeed have it. But other than that though, this is a very straightforward win condition. It can put in a lot of work if I'm able to weaken his team effectively. I am running enough speed though with my Grafly to guarantee outspeed a Booster Energy Speed Iron Bundle after Unburden activates. So with that being said, that is the team for this week, and with that out of the way, let's head on over to the battle. Alright guys, here we are with week number 6 of UNPL Season 5, taking on Hunky and his Steamy Stunfisks. He brought everything I expected. He did not bring Haxorus. Okay, good. No Haxorus, so my Haban Berry on my Garchomp is completely useless. He did not bring Galarian Slowking either, so Weather Ball on my Kilowattrel is also useless. But let me see, he brought both his Terra Captains, Iron Bundle, Magius, Enamorus, Gliscor, and Serena. Alright. In terms of a lead, now that I see this, I feel like the safest lead, all things considered, it feels like the safest lead would probably be my Iron Crown. Like, the only bad lead is he didn't bring Hisuian Quillfish either, which I was hoping he wouldn't. But in any case, I think Crown's the lead. Because I feel like the only bad lead in this situation would be Gliscor. And Gliscor can't kill me in one hit anyway. Yeah, so let's lock these 6 in. Yeah, also my Terra Ground Grafly is looking pretty good as well. No Tinkaton either. Okay, so there's literally like no real targets for Terra Blast Ground except for Terra Steel Hariyama. But let's see what he does here. Let's have fun. Good luck, have fun. The Hunky leads off with Dango, the Enamorus. Beautiful lead. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lead on my part. So let's just click the Tachyon Cutter here. He can't. Specs Earth Power does not kill me. I specifically EV'd this Iron Crown to take a Specs Earth Power from Enamorus. Unless he's like modest, which I don't. If he's modest, then I outspeed him. So yeah, he doesn't really have the best of Switchins to this thing. So yeah, this was a beautiful lead on my part. Something's finished right now. So he just want to switch. Pacific. What's this? Serena? It's the Gliscor. Okay. That's not a switch in. And goodbye, Gliscor. Alright. Thunderbolt from my Kilowattrel is free. I don't know what he was expecting there, but like I said, he didn't have a switch into this. So Crown takes out Gliscor. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So now he knows I'm Specs. If he goes Hariyama, I'm kind of inclined to just go directly into Annihilate. But I don't want to lose my choice band. Galaxy. That is the Hariyama. Alright. So now I know I really want to stay in here, but that's not the play. Like I said, I feel like the play is going directly into... Actually, I can go directly into Garchomp. Yeah, Garchomp's a lot safer. I don't have to lose my choice band for no reason, and I don't need my Haban Berry anymore. I don't need my Haban Berry at all. If I can force the Terra Steel, I'll take it. Yeah, but getting rid of Gliscor was huge for my Kilowattrel at the very least. So let's see what he decides to do here. Does he Terra Steel? Yep, he's going to Terra this immediately. I figured that much. So let's see. Is he Terra Steel? The only way he would send this out is if it's Terra Steel. Yeah, exactly. Alright. I do have Focus Blast on Iron Crown, but I don't have to risk that if I don't have to. He goes for Whirlwind. Okay. Predicting the switch. I'm okay with that. So let's see, what does he bring out? Hopefully not Grafly. It's Kilowattrel. Alright. I'm okay with this. I'm a U-turn. I don't do crap to this, but at the same time, though, I get my momentum. Yeah, so now I'm kind of forced into a situation where... No, actually, I'm not forced into anything, because I can Volt Switch with my Iron Crown, too. Every time this comes in, I can just Volt Switch into Annihilate. Yeah, I don't care. And I also know this is not a Soul Vest either, or Rocky Helmet. So let's just go back into Chomp. I see no reason to do nothing else in this situation. He Whirlwinds again. Okay. Like he's really forcing me to not go into Garchomp. Or he's really afraid of me going into Annihilate. And he gets Iron Crown again. I'm fine with that. I Volt Switch, always. I always Volt Switch, and I go back into Garchomp. Chip is chip. That's some beautiful damage. That is some super beautiful damage right there. I'm going back into Garchomp. If you Ice Punch me, you Ice Punch me, but I get more damage. He Earthquakes, okay. 357 out of 238, that did 119 damage. Don't really know if that's max attack. I don't really see a reason for me to not go for... I have a few plays here. I could just double, because I'm expecting him to go into Serena or go into what's it called? Serena or Miss Mages here. I think I'm okay just Earthquaking once. Because, like, no matter what, if he goes into Serena or he goes into Miss Mages, it doesn't really matter to me. A Dem. Is that the Miss Mages? Yeah, I don't care about that. I could have Dragon Clawed predicting it, but it's fine. Let's see. He didn't... Oh yeah, his Hazard Center was Gliscor, so I don't have to worry about hazards anymore either. So let me just go directly into my... Let's go Blastoise. He already Terra with Hariyama, so this can't Terra. Miss Mages being a Ghost type helps him. Keeping the Ghost typing helps him out anyway, so because I can't close combat with my Annihilate just yet. Also, if I get rid of Hariyama, I can spam Ice Punch a bit. Well, this covers him going for, like, Dazzling Gleam. I can keep Garchomp around to at least EQ the Hariyama. Yep, there's a Dazzling Gleam. Does absolutely nothing. We're going to flip turn here. Just going to get some more momentum here. Like, I feel like he wouldn't risk taking any damage on this unnecessarily. There's nothing to Rapid Spin anymore since he gave me Gliscor turn 1. And if he stays in, I'm okay with this. If he switches, again, I'm okay because I get momentum for my team. I don't know what his switch into this would be now. It'll probably be the Serena, if anything. And if he goes Serena, I'm just going to go directly into my Kilowattrel. Sir Kill. Yep. Oh, he goes Bundle. Okay. Alright. So, I am going to go... surprised he went Bundle there. I actually have a few plays. Here's the thing. I kind of want to go back into Iron Crown and click Tachyon Cutter again, because Pump doesn't kill me. And I feel like if he goes into Hariyama, he doesn't take 2 Tachyon Cutters, so I feel like I'm gonna make that play instead. I don't want to reveal that I'm Scarf on Kilowattrel. Yeah, let's just go let's just go into Crown. Go back. Tachyon Cutter. U-turn. It doesn't matter. You have no switch into this. Hariyama's going to get 2 KO'd. Judging by the damage that Specs Volt Switch did, and you're not a Assault Vest, you're Whirlwind, you're not living this. You're not taking 2 of these. I already know that for a fact. Yeah, exactly. And that's another kill for Iron Crown. I had no reason not to click Tachyon Cutter there. You have no switching. Alright, so down picks up the second kill of the game. So down goes the Hariyama. And what's his play now? Judging by the way that the bundle went for U-turn, I'm kind of think it's Specs. I think it's Specs. I want to say it's Specs. So yeah, this is a really good start for me. Really good start. I'm expecting him to maybe want to go out into Serena or Miss I feel like in Miss Mages is going to be the play. Yeah. He goes back into Miss Mages. I go back into Blastoise always. Yeah, because he wasted his Terra. This technically can't do much of anything to me. Yeah, go ahead and Shadow Ball. Judging by the damage, I think that's Scarf. But I flip turn again. I have no reason not to just keep doing what I'm doing here. I'm trying to be in a situation where I can force in Serena, I can U-turn with my Annihilate. Because right now he's really on the back foot now, and if I get back in Iron Crown at any point, I'm looking like I'm getting another kill with that too. But judging by the way the bundle went for U-turn, I'm pretty positive that it is Specs, not Boots or. So help me if it's Scarf. I doubt it's Scarf. I think this is a Scarfer. Alright, so he's going to stay in here and Shadow Ball again. I'm okay with that. So, flip turn. I think this is Scarf. I want to say this is Scarf. And a part of me just wants to go directly into Grafaiai and click Gunk Shot, if that's the case. But yeah, let's do that. So let's go Grafaiai. I have a few plays here. I could stay in and Gunk Shot, expecting if he is really Scarf Mismagius, then I'm expecting him to want to switch out, but his poison resist is gone. And if he's not boosted item or anything, so I should be able to live a Psychic or anything. So I'm gonna Gunk Shot here. Exactly. So what's he gonna go into? Bundle? Glacier. He went straight into Serena. Wow. Goodbye, Serena. Alright. So I don't have to worry about rapid spinning anymore. So I have to go for Grafaiai. Expecting the bundle to want to come back out, perhaps. Not entirely sure. I need a few things to go right here. Circle. So back out comes bundle. Do I get greedy here? I feel like I don't. A part of me wants to, but at the same time I don't see a reason to tempt fate here. Like, I was gonna click endure. I can just go back into Blastoise, sack that off, and go back into Crown. I can also just endure once and tempt fate, right? Nah, I don't see the point. I don't see the point. What can I actually sack off here? I could probably sack off Garchomp, if anything. Yeah, let's sack off Garchomp. I can't eat. There's nothing to EQ anymore. Like, this is the only EQ target, and I don't really care for that. Like, I really don't care for that. So I'm just gonna sack off Garchomp. Yeah, go ahead and kill me. I'll try to get up rocks if I can, if he misses Hydro Pump. Okay, he's not. Good. That's all I care about. He's not, choice. He's not choice. I just need that information. So let's go into... Let's go Kilowattrel. Show him who's in charge. Thunderbolt. Unless he's Wakanberry. That's probably like the only downside of me making this play. He's not. Okay. So Kilowattrel gets a kill. Yes. And all he has left now is Enamorus and Mismagius. Ideally, best case scenario, he gets a Shadow Ball to Spadef drop. And he activates my competitive. I'm picking T-Bolt. I 2 KO this thing easily. The only downside is if he Power Gems. Shadow Ball, this doesn't kill me. Yep. No special attack drop. Okay. So, another kill for Kilowattrel. Nice. And all he has left is the Enamorus, which I can kill. So, barring any Focus Sash shenanigans or anything, this is looking like a 5-0 win. So let's see what you're cooking here. Are you Focus Sash? Even if you're Scarf, I'm faster. And goodbye! GG! Let's go! What a win! What a win! So yeah, that was a... that went a lot quicker than I anticipated. That was a very, very short game. But yeah, it all came down to that lead, man. Me getting that Iron Crown lead and putting immediate pressure on his team right from the get-go was so crucial. To the point where I didn't even need to get up hazards. Annihilate didn't have to hit the field at all. Everything went well for me in this game, I'm not gonna lie. I probably could have reserved the 6-0 at some point, but yeah, it just came down to me making sure whether to see whether the bundle was choiced or whatever in what way. But yeah, this was an all-around group effort win, except for me sacking off Garchomp and Annihilate, like I said, never hit the field. But yeah, shoutouts to Iron Crown, shoutouts to Scarf Kilowattrel, doing what I was hoping it would do. And even getting the Grafly to do something, even though I didn't really necessarily get the sweep going. I didn't want to risk missing Gunk Shot or missing out on the knockout on bundle. But yeah, that is going to be the game, guys. We pick up a 5-0 win, our biggest win of the season. So we are now 5-1 on the season with 2 more games to go in the regular season. GG as always to Hunky. Be sure to check him out in the description down below. Check all the other codes taking part in the UNPL. And yeah, this was a fun one. GG again. Hope you guys enjoyed the battle nonetheless. And until the next time, this is Tone, signing out for now. Peace out.